decided that I wanted to redo some of my videos and delete some of my old ones. I only had like maybe 4 up before, and I just went back and I was like, you know, I really don't like these, so I'm just redoing some of the stuff. For instance, this one is going to be an introductory video, and I already had one of those up before, but I just really didn't like it, and I was really nervous, and you could tell when I was, you know, talking, my voice was cracking and stuff, so I am redoing that one, but instead of a whisper, I'm doing it as a soft talking video because I'm not in a whispering mood right now. So, I guess I should tell you a little bit about myself. I have a whole heck of a lot to say. I'm from the Midwest. I really like art. I'm an artist, and I draw, and I collect art, and I like to craft and do all kinds of cool DIY stuff. I spend most of my time online, which I'm actually trying to cut down on because it's not good for my mental health, or probably anybody's. I like Tumblr a lot because it's a place where I can accumulate all kinds of cool stuff, cool pictures and things, and I get to choose what I see because I choose who I watch, so it's kind of nice. I found the excuse me. I found the whispering community, the ASMR community, actually by accident. I had no idea what it was. I just knew that, like, as a kid, I used to listen to stuff on NPR and public access and PBS and things to fall asleep, and I've always watched, like, you know, relaxation videos and stuff like that. Like, not so much like the forced, like, close your eyes, and I have a hard time with that stuff. I always laugh, but like when it's somebody just talking about stuff, for some reason I'm able to just zone out and focus on like the white noise aspect of it, and then I just fall asleep. And in terms of ASMR, I never really have the ASMR reaction that often. I can actually partially trigger like small ASMR stuff on my own if I focus really hard on like having it, but it's not something that like I go to these videos specifically for. I just go to them because I think they sound interesting and I like listening to the weird sounds, and then I fall asleep, or it puts me in like a trance and I'm, you know, relaxed. And yeah, I have really bad anxiety, so the ASMR community has been really good for that, because upon finding it, I was like, holy crap, there's all of this stuff at my disposal, and these people that are like giving their time to create these, you know, calming videos for people, and it's really nice. I like it a lot. I think that's a really, really cool thing to do with your time. So I figure, well, I am currently in a program called DBT, and it's something that is helping me a lot with depression and anxiety and just all kinds of emotional dysregulatory poop. And I thought, you know, what a good way to focus on, you know, healthy and positive coping skills, you know, by doing ASMR type videos and you know, just kind of, I guess, sharing my stuff with the people that helped me. So I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, like I was saying, I found it on accident. I didn't realize that it was a thing. I just noticed that I would be like watching DIY videos and stuff and like really focused on like certain sounds that people were making while they were talking, or like opening stuff, or, you know, crinkling packages, and I felt like a freak. I was like, oh, and I just always kind of like, I don't know, I just kind of likened myself to being like a cat in that aspect. I guess I was like, oh, crinkling sounds. Now I have to, you know, perk up my ears and try to attack whatever's in front of me. Like, it's strange. I really don't know why that's a thing, but I'm not alone in that anymore, I guess. So, but yeah, I just found it by accident, and it turns out that a lot of the same people that found their way into the ASMR community found it the same way I did. I was on YouTube watching DIY videos, and was watching, like, I think it was Sheet Mita, and like RR Cherry Pie, and videos like that, and usually they were various DIY crafting videos, or like Asian food blogs and stuff like that. But yeah, it just, you know, it's a really good way for me to relax, and I have problems with insomnia because of my anxiety, and so I will like just put on my headphones and listen to ASMR videos, and then I'll fall asleep. And like really analyzing like where it comes from, like why I find it relaxing is kind of something that I do a lot. I tend to overanalyze, but I think I've kind of figured out why it's calming. Like I'm just kind of rambling in this video, I apologize, but like when I was a kid, I had rats and, you know, dogs and all kinds of animals and stuff, and when I go to YouTube to watch videos, I usually go for like whispering or soft talking, sometimes crinkling packages or things like that. And between like whispering and all that stuff, I actually go for food sound videos, people chewing. I'm kind of embarrassed about that, but there are a lot of people that do the exact same thing, so, you know, whatever. But I just, you know, I couldn't figure it out. I was like, why am I going for this sound? And partially it's because I'm fascinated by vocalizations and like weird oral sounds. I don't mean for that to sound as sexual as it does, but it's said and done. But no, I just like the sound of like chewing always calmed me, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I thought about it a little more, and I was like, oh, it's because in my room in high school, when I would be anxious, I would go and sit in my room and I would just relax. You know, I had my own little like calming setup in there. I had like, you know, mood lighting, I had music, I had incense, I had a window that I could look out, I had a fish tank, and so all these things that, you know, calmed me, and, you know, that I used to self-soothe so that I could get through the anxious times. And I had a rat, and, you know, they would always be like chewing at the cage bars and chewing on little biscuits and chewing on their igloo, and I just realized that I think that has a lot to do with it, the sound of people or animals just kind of like going about their daily routine while I'm sleeping makes me feel protected, and I think a lot of people are like that. So but yeah, it's just kind of, it's fun for me to just kind of analyze stuff, and that's one thing that I've noticed myself doing. So I'm probably a little overly analytical to the point of being obsessive, but that's okay. But yeah, like I said, I'm an artist. I like to draw and craft. I just got a sewing machine for my birthday. It's actually an early birthday present, but I'm, you know, fixing up torn clothing and like repurposing some stuff right now, so it's pretty cool. I just like to hang out with friends. I like fighting games. I like to play video games with my boyfriend. He likes more RPG based games, so we kind of have to negotiate what we're gonna do when we play games together. But me, my go-to is always fighting games, or like Left 4 Dead, because I love zombies. Just finished watching season 3 of Walking Dead, yay. So looking forward to next season. It's like 7 or 8 months out. Not looking forward to the wait, but that's okay. Taking a break from it will be nice. I usually get anxious when I feel like I have a deadline for, you know, catching a show on TV, because I don't know, I don't follow schedules that great. It's something I'm working on. But yeah, I do want to make the ASMR video thing more of a regular habit. Basically what I am thinking I have in store for future videos is I'll probably do some drawing videos. I figured that'd be a really good way to get me back into art. I have been having problems the past few years with my art, and trying to, you know, figure out what it's gonna, you know, take to really get me back into it the way I used to be. And eliminating a lot of that anxiety is probably the best way to do it. I just spend a lot of time fretting about my art and judging, you know, what may or may not come out, and I think that just drawing for relaxation purposes and for other people to just kind of watch would be kind of cool, so I think I'll do that. I did a video with just like clacking markers and stuff like that, and I really liked how that one turned out, so I also may just do random videos of, you know, just daily sounds, which was kind of like the marker clacking one. I had my cat in the background. He was like trying to attack my marker bag, and he wanted to play, and so he's purring. You can hear my kitty just, you know, being a goofball. So maybe some rappers or other things. I'm open to suggestions. There are, you know, some things that I probably will never do, and that would be like a role-playing type video, just because like I can't keep a straight face when I'm doing stuff like that. It's just like, it's embarrassing for me to do stuff, especially when I'm put on the spot to like act a certain way, or, you know, when people try to get you to do, you know, your impression that you're really good at, and you're like, no dude, I can't do it when I'm on the spot. That's exactly how it is for me. So more power to those of you who can do it, but that's not one thing I'm very good at. So I probably won't do any of that stuff. It'd be more like random things, maybe reading. I've tried reading in the past, but I had to keep re-recording because I was just not pleased with how it was coming out, because, you know, I was reading a book where it was a fiction novel, and I had to kind of read the parts of different people, and I realized, oh, this is kind of the same thing as like a role-playing thing, and I feel really, really uncomfortable with how it's coming out. So I may or may not do anything like that, but you know, I'm open to suggestions, like I said. But I also might actually do some crafting videos. That was one thing I was thinking about. Maybe some sewing stuff. My sewing machine's pretty quiet, and I like the sound of the sewing machine too. Just the sound of people doing things, you know. But yeah, just the sound of people doing stuff is calming for me, so I imagine there's probably a lot of people out there like that too. But anyway, I think my video is about done, and I know that's not a whole heck of a lot about me. It's kind of all over the place, but you'll learn more about me in future videos if you are interested in that sort of thing, I'm sure. I tend to go off on tangents, so let me know what you think, and feel free to offer suggestions in the comments on any of my videos, and please be polite, because it's just nice to be polite. Alright, well, thank you guys for listening, and I hope you stay spooky. Bye.